All right, ready?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, I am Kate.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to discuss 5 ways that you can save on a Disney trip.
Right after this.
After what?
All right,
So number one way to save that we're going to discuss today is with a DVC discount. So that stands for Disney Vacation Club. So I'll let
Chris?
Yes.
She's going to let me
We'll let him talk about
go ahead
that.
with that. So DVC, Disney Vacation Club, basically we joined last year during honeymoon on the cruise line. And basically it's a club that you get discounted rates for their vacation club villas and hotel rooms at all their resorts. But along with that comes special perks and discounts. We joined because we go to Disney like twice a year, and basically we pay for it over time. But the discounts come with it. A 20% discount on all merchandise right now, and a 10% discount on all food and restaurants. Selective, not all of them, but most of them. So that's huge discount savings that comes along with joining the club, as well as savings with the hotel rooms. And we will touch on DVC and do a whole video on DVC at a later time. But those are the discounts that come along with the Disney Vacation Club. And to get your discount, we were unaware of this. In case you are a Disney Vacation Club, you can't get your discounts unless you present your card, and that is your Disney Vacation Club card right there. That's actually mine, not yours, but you get it. So you got to present your card. They give you the discount, and as Kate found out, that you have to basically ask for discounts.
Right, yeah. So anytime that you're checking out, whether you're at a restaurant or you're checking out at a retail shop in Disney, some of the cast members are good about asking if you have any discounts, if you're a DVC member, etc. But we found that a lot of them don't ask, so you kind of have to ask them, do you offer any DVC discounts? And then usually they're very willing to help you, and yes or no. Typically it's yes.
Yep.
And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the discounts are subject to change year to year. So 2016, it was the 20% off merchandise, 10% off food, and then they sent out a letter that will continue for 2017.
Yep.
So I think throughout this whole year, that's what they're offering. Who knows what they'll offer in 2018, but
right.
As of now, it's 20% off most merchandise and 10% off most food.
Cool. And we'll talk about, which brings us into our number two way to save. I'll let Kate talk about that. It's a Disney Visa card.
So number 2 is your Disney Visa card. This is my Visa card. I put some tape over my card number, but as you can see, I've got Mickey there. It's a Chase Visa card. So the Disney Visa card gives you 10% off purchases of $50 or greater. And that, I believe, does that include food, restaurants as well, or is that just merchandise?
I think it's any purchase $50 or more.
Yeah.
Disney products or Disney food, Disney restaurants.
Yep. So, and then another thing to mention with the Disney card, which we found out the first time that we went and used the card, is even if you have your Visa card attached to your Magic Band, you still have to have the card with you. You can't just say, oh, I'm using, scan your Magic Band and say I'm using my Visa card, because they have no way of knowing at the checkout that your Disney Visa card is attached to your Magic Band. So you do need to have the card with you in order to get that discount. And
yes.
You do get some discounts sometimes through some of the places in Disney Springs, like Cirque du Soleil.
Yep, they'll offer better rates on seats and whatnot.
Offered a better rate if you were a Disney Visa card holder.
And like we said before, always ask, and because they won't always ask you if you have something, whether it's an annual pass, Chase card, DVC, and which brings us to our third Disney saving discount is D23, clubd23.com. Go there, sign up. It's free. There is a charge to be a gold member. I think it's $80, and you get all sorts of perks. But if the Japanese store that is new downtown Disney Springs, I can't remember the name right now. Maybe I'll put it up in the corner after I edit.
Right here.
Like somewhere
over here.
Maybe here. Somewhere over Kate's face. I don't know. I'll put the name. But there's a 10%. I won't. But there's a 10% discount at that store. And basically I just had to have my number, so I had to look it up. So after I looked it up, I took a screenshot of it. They logged in the number, and we got 10% off after there was a process to it. But we didn't know, and we found out after the fact, you could be any level member and get that 10% discount. And D23 does send out emails where you can get discounts at certain places, certain days, certain weeks. If you're a gold member, then you have access to other perks as well, or a family membership. So that's another way. And again, they didn't ask us. We asked after the fact and then found out. I was like, oh, I'm a D23 member. And it took me like 5 minutes to look up my account information. So we held up the line. So just take a screenshot with because all they need is the number, and then it'll take the discount off.
So that brings us to number 4, and that's discounts with the Disney Cruise Line. So something we discovered, we last year went on our first Disney cruise for our honeymoon. We went on the Disney Fantasy, which was amazing. I would recommend it to anybody. But we discovered if you go through some sites, like we actually booked ours through Expedia rather than directly through Disney, and we were able to get a $300 stateroom credit for booking online through Expedia. So basically, I think it had to be with a Chase.
No, you had to use a MasterCard.
A MasterCard.
You had to use a MasterCard. You got a $300 credit.
Which was great. So that was, as soon as you get on board, that $300 is automatically put on your stateroom. And at the end of your cruise, when you go to, settle your stateroom bill, that $300 is just taken right off. Does not include alcohol, but let's not be silly. You're gonna spend at least $300 on other things.
It's easy to
you're
easy on a ship
excursions.
for a week. And excursions, that's an excursion for 2 people right there in Mexico. So you're gonna spend the money easily, or if you're just on there and you get the merchandise, it's easy to rack up $300 quickly. It just comes off the end of your bill. Especially if you're just going to pay off the cruise right away, buy it, pay it off, and then you're not paying, because the interest can add up on that if you don't pay it off. So then it's not worth it. So that is the number 4 way to save with Disney.
And that brings us to last but not least, number 5. The 5.
So Disney Rewards Club.
Why'd you put a 5? Disney Movie Rewards Club, and I'll let Chris speak to that.
So not just Disney Movie Rewards Club, but all the clubs. So if you sign up for D23, Disney Movies Rewards Club, etc. So I think there's 5 or 6 different sites attached. You can attach to your Disney account, your email, the Disney app, and everything like that. You basically get coded differently than people that aren't your email is attached to all of the websites or clubs, because Kate only was a member of the My Disney app and for booking and stuff like that, and she was getting quoted on the phone a different discount than I was for the same room, whatnot. Like I called while she was at work, and I quoted different, and were wondering why. And they looked up both our emails, and I was coded differently to get better discounts because I was a member of everything I could possibly sign up for Disney. I was signed up for because I'm the Disney geek, and she's the Harry Potter nerd. So we got better discounts that way. So sign up for everything you can, and you will get email discounts. I mean, there's tons of discounts. So we're only covering 5 today. There's annual pass. There's getting free food during certain times you go. There's just so many discounts. But those are the 5 that we have covered today that we want to go over because they're quick, they're easy, and you don't have to really spend a lot the DVC, you kind of got to join, but you're saving money when you join DVC, and we'll discuss that in a later video at some point.
Yeah, and another thing worth mentioning, just going along with the DVC and the Disney Visa card, keep an eye out too because they also offer special character appearance. We've been to a couple of character appearances that were exclusively for Disney Visa card members. There was a Disney Chase Visa lounge, I believe was it Hollywood?
Yep, and you gotta make sure you have your cards with you at all times.
Yep, just
to
show
get their
them
discounts and freebies. So that is 5 ways to save with Disney.
So thank you for joining us. We'll be back next time probably to talk about DVC. So until then, have a magical day.
And we'll see you real soon.